What's up, everybody? Tonight we're going to check in on our 3 bins. The first one I have popped up is the European Nightcrawler bins that I started with the breeder worms back in March. I have pulled 70 worms out of here to start my bait worm thing I've got going on. I've got some kind of little plant life growing in here. That's weird. Whatever. It's about to be worm food. Let's pull all that down. Alright, so I have not dug in here at all yet, so let's see what we got. As you can see, everything is breaking down really good. It's super wet. I'm going to add a bunch of cardboard in here tonight. Worms. Super wet. A whole lot of little bitty worms. I'm not gonna lie, I don't open these bins, but about, hell, every time I'm on this video with you guys showing them to you. So it's not very frequent. They break down stuff, they eat it. We got a good arrangement going here. I mean, everything is getting broke down real good. So we're gonna kind of fluff this stuff up. It gets pretty compacted in there in between the times I open it up. And I think that's just because it's so moist, but that's fine. They're in the house, so it's not like it's overheating or anything. All these worms are really little. They're pretty though. So yeah, guys, not a lot has changed in this bin at all. I'm surprised at how many worms I'm seeing in here for having pulled 70 out of it already. I could probably pull 70 more, to be honest. And it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I mean, there's a lot of little Euros in here. I may be about close to being done with this one because I have proven that you can open these things like every 3 weeks and they are perfectly fine. As long as they've got moisture and a little bit of food, which really, these guys survive for about 7 weeks on nothing but bedding. And they are doing just fine. Okay, so let me figure out what I'm going to do with this bin here. They're getting through all the cardboard. This is a lot of castings, I think. But what I'm gonna do is pile that stuff over to the side. Put in a handful of cardboard. Just push that over. To dry it up some, to trap any moisture as it seeps back down through there. That's a lot. Cardboard, this is just a little storage tote from Home Depot, 5-gallon. So nothing fancy at all. These guys are living just fine on cardboard, but sprinkle a little bit of chicken feed on there for them. And close it up. We'll be done with that one. Alright, next up is the European Nightcrawlers. Another European Nightcrawler bin. This is the one that I started with just the cocoons back in April. Also wet, which is what I wanted because these guys, I like the moisture in them to get them to hatch. These guys were just cocoons in April, and as you can see, they're growing. They're growing. I bet if I really looked in here, I could find some worms with a clitellum. This is mostly castings in here. some pretty good sized worms. I can't believe I did this for just cocoons. Pretty happy with that. I think we've proven that you can do Euros with cocoons if you just set them, keep them moist, and kind of leave them alone. This one isn't as wet as the other bin, but I'm gonna follow the same little protocol there. Cardboard. Put this stuff over it. Dose of chicken feed. In that bin, I can call it good. This is going to dry out significantly because I put a lot of dry cardboard in here. I will not be able to let this bin sit as long now because I got to make sure it doesn't get too dry. So that one I'll have to check on at least. But all is well in there, and I haven't opened it either. So finally, oh boy, sorry, my cardboard boxes are getting away from me. Finally, we've got this red wiggler bin that I started in March the same time. But a lot of worms. Well, I started with 25 worms. Wet and compact. When I say these things are wet, guys, I'm not complaining. I expect them to be wet. It's just the nature of what I did with it. I don't overfeed these bins. There's always lots of bedding in here in the form of cardboard. So there's really no danger of it going anaerobic. I put chicken feed on top sometimes when I'm with you guys on the videos with them. Sometimes I bury fruit scraps in here. You guys have seen the videos with them. I have not done anything else with these bins. Is this running under optimal conditions? Probably not. But I am definitely showing you that you can do this, guys. Do not be afraid to get worms. If I haven't killed these bins with just sheer neglect, surely you can keep your worms alive by paying attention to them. Same treatment. Cardboard over the top. Put that in there. If you guys notice, when I pick up this cardboard, there are worms all in it. The worms, I believe, love to eat that glue that holds these sheets of cardboard together. And I really think that that's what they eat first before they actually start breaking down the cardboard, is that glue. So while I'm not giving these guys any food like you and I would think about food, I am giving them food that, you know, they consider food. All this bedding they'll eat. The leaves that were in here originally, they've eaten on. This cardboard they're breaking down. When I say neglect in these worms, I'm just talking about not popping it open every week and taking a gander at them. No, these worms and the Euros and those two other bins are not going to get huge, but they're not being fed to get huge. And they're not in a container that's going to allow them to get huge either. These are just basically some emergency, like, oh no, I had a massive European nightcrawler die off because of the heat. I need some of that DNA to get this going again. That's what these little bins are for. Good looking little worms. All right, so I'm gonna give these guys a little bit of chicken feed. Call it good. Next time we pop these open, I'll actually do a feeding on the bin and with some proper straps. But tonight is Wednesday and I needed to shoot a video and I needed to check on those worms and I'm not prepared to feed them. So that's what you got, guys. I hope you all have a great evening and I look forward to talking to you again real soon.